Hey guys, it's the Mad Crafter here, and today I have a tutorial on how to build a large-scale sorting system. So to start off this tutorial, I'm going to give you a basic overview of how it works here in my survival world where I've already built it, and then in the second part of the tutorial I'm going to show you how to build it. So let me put my armor on, and let's start. So here's the master chest where all the items to be sorted go in. So they go down here. Over here are the large scale items that you use a lot of. And then along the sides are like the regular single items. And then at the very end here is a section for the miscellaneous items. These are the items that you don't want sorted with all the rest of your items. And so you just have them sit at the end here. So the awesome part about this system is that you can store two different types of items in the same chest. Here we have glowstone and glowstone dust. So that gives you a lot more customization ability, and it makes it much more compact and easier to manage. So now if we head over here, and I can head up top, I'll show you some of the redstone behind it. So you can see there are furnaces on top of the hoppers. This is to reduce lag that can be caused by having so many hoppers. It's not too bad, but having the furnaces there really makes a difference. So I do it, and it's not that hard, so just do it. So over here is where the master chest is, and then the items go through here, up the elevator. Oh man. Okay. They go up the elevator, along here, and then they go down and to the end. Now each of these sorts out a different item. And then these items are taken and go down into the stack of chests. And then each stack holds one type of item. Over here are the rest of the items. And each of these, once again, sorts out one item. Now they come over here and go up this elevator to go across the top. So now let me go up this little staircase over here, and I'll show you what the top looks like. So here's the elevator. They come up here, go across the top here, and now at the top here, this is where the second items are sorted out. So in here we have glass panes, and these go into the chest with the glass. These all sort different things out, and then the items go to the end, and then here, let me figure out how to get down. I don't know how to get down. That's not good. Okay, here we are. So over here, the items go down here, just like on the other side, run along here, and then when they get to the end here, they go up another small item elevator and into the miscellaneous section. And this is where all the random items are stored. So there you go. That's the basic overview. Now I'm going to head into my tutorial world and show you how it's built. So here we are, and of course it's raining, but that doesn't matter. So to start out this part, you're going to have a dropper tower 6 blocks tall. Now around the back you're going to have a comparator into a repeater, into a block, into redstone, into a comparator, this one in subtract, and then more redstone. On the opposite side here, have a torch into redstone, into a block, and then have a torch ladder going up this side. So block, torch, block, torch, block, torch, block, torch, and then one last block here. So there you go. Now along the bottom here, we need the hoppers and the chests going into the bottom of this elevator. Now put another hopper on this side, and then a double chest on top. This is that master chest where all of the items will go into. So we put our items in here, they travel along here, up the elevator, and once they go up the elevator, they'll go along this line of hoppers here. So beneath this, we're going to have the system that sorts out the items. So if we get a stack of blocks going up to here, so that we can kind of have a basis for what to place our stuff on. And then we're going to need to come out one more, this way, down one. Okay, here. Now go along here, under each of these where you want an item sorted out. Now on top of these blocks, you're going to take a comparator, like this, out of each of these. Now behind that comparator, well actually, let's place the hopper first. Come down this way, fall to the ground, crouch, and place a hopper going into each of the comparators. And then, once you have that, come around back again with your blocks, and then place the blocks in the behind each of the comparators. And now go down a step from there, another line of blocks, and then place redstone on top of all of these. Now underneath this second block, you're going to have another block, and then this block is going to have a repeater on it facing towards the hopper line, like this. Actually, let's break this so that we can place the rest of the repeaters easily. So all our blocks like this, and then repeaters on all of them, all with one tick, like that. So now we can crouch place our blocks again right next to the repeater like that, and then replace our redstone on top. So now if we come to the bottom, the last step of this is to have the torches that will lock the hoppers. So place our blocks going down like this, and then torches on each of those blocks. And there you go. That's the redstone part of the first set of sorters. So around back here, when items go into this hopper here, the comparator will take a current out around the bottom, and then this will power this block, turn this torch off, and allow the right number of items to flow out of the hopper. So now it's time to place all the chests that the items will be stored in. So we're going to line these up with the torches over here, and then start placing chests 4 high, all double chests. And then you need to crouch to place them, and then alternate between trapped chests and regular chests. Once you have all the chests placed, start to put hoppers going into the back of every one of these chests. This will distribute the items going in, and the items will fall through the hoppers until they get to the bottom. But then, once the bottom chest is filled, it'll start to fill up the second chest, and so on. This will keep all your items very neat and organized, and evenly distributed. So once you have that, put hoppers right here. These hoppers are facing away from the sorter and are directly above the torch. These are the hoppers being locked by the torch. Now if we go here, we can break these blocks, and then finish the hopper line going from these hoppers at the top and then connect those hoppers to the ones above the torch. And there you go. That's all the hopper placement. So now the items will go down here all the way to the bottom and begin to fill up the bottom chest. So now we can start placing the items into the filters. So if we fill a hopper with all of one item, from then on the only item that can go into that hopper is that item. These hoppers are locked by the torch underneath so that the items don't flow out. So we put exactly 22 items into this hopper. So how a comparator works is the more items that are in the hopper or chest, the stronger the signal. When there are 22 items in there, it sends out a signal strength of 1. Once the 23rd item goes in, that moves it up to a signal strength of 2, which then powers the repeater, and then unpowers the torch, which allows items to flow out. But once that 23rd item flows out, it's only a 1-tick redstone pulse output, and so the hopper locks itself again. I hope that made sense. Maybe. I don't know. You get the idea. Just place one item in the first 4 slots and then 18 in the last slot, and you'll be good. And there we go. We have dirt, cobblestone, stone, gravel, sand, and netherrack. I'll probably put sandstone. Yeah, let's put some sandstone in this one. So 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 18 in this last spot here. So there you go. Those are all the filters. So now if we put our items in here, say dirt, we'll put our dirt in. It'll go around here. It'll go up the elevator. You can see it going through here. And then it'll come through this hopper line. And you can see here the redstone is lit up and this torch is turning off. This is allowing items to flow through this hopper and then finally into the chest at the bottom. So there you go. That's how the sorting works. I'm going to toss the rest of my items in here. Once we've put our items in here, you'll see they'll go up the item elevator like the other items, and they're going to begin to be sorted into all of the chests. So I'll let those sort and come back. So here we are. I've given it some time and it has sorted out all the items. So we have dirt, cobblestone, stone, gravel, netherrack, sand, and in the last chest are sandstone. So now the main hopper line, the one on the top here, this is going to go down for the second part of the sorting. So this is just one unit and a cross section, and you can see it has the same components as the other section. So let's replicate that with our chests, a hopper into the first double chest, and then another double chest on top of that. So then a hopper going into it with 2 blocks next to it, a torch, and then a repeater into the block with blocks above it and next to it. Now take a comparator out of here and redstone covering both of those blocks. Take another hopper, put it into the comparator, and then another hopper facing along to continue the main line of hoppers. So there you go. That's how you build these units, and now you take this and extend it in this direction as far as you want it to go. So I've built the rest of the sorting units here, and this is as many as I'm going to have in this tutorial. You can make it as short as you want or as long as you want. But now on the end here, we need the item elevator that's going to carry the items up to the top. So if we take our blocks here, we can start here and then have 6 droppers facing upwards. And now a hopper on top facing in this direction. So I'm going to go down to the bottom and do the redstone. So you want 3 blocks out from where the droppers are. This is going to be the same item elevator as earlier in this tutorial. So we're going to take our comparator into a repeater, into a block, into redstone, into another comparator, and then into redstone. Now over here, the torch, redstone, a block, and then begin the torch ladder. Block, torch, block, torch, block, torch, block, torch, and block. So now we'll place our hoppers at the top here. And so we're going to place one here, go off this way, break this one, and then have it facing this way. So now I'm going to go do some decoration so that we can see how it's going to turn out, and then we can place our hoppers running along the top. So I've gone ahead and added all of the decoration and extra blocks, and this will help put the what we've built so far into perspective of how it's going to end up when we're all finished. So now if we go up top here, you can see I've gone from this elevator here and then extended the hopper line above it to this section. There's another sorting unit here that will match up with over here. This will let us put two of the same item into the same chest. The one on top will sort out one of the items, and the sorting unit at the bottom will sort out the other. So now we just connect this line of hoppers to this sorting unit, and now get the items that we want to be sorted out. I think I'm going to use glass and glass panes to demonstrate this one. Here are glass blocks and glass panes. Let me get a full stack of glass panes here. Alright, so if we come over here, we can put our glass blocks in the hopper right above the comparator, put one in each, and then 18 at the last spot. Now if we come up top to the sorting unit up here, with our glass panes, we put one in each, and then 18 in the last spot. Now both of these items will be sorted into that chest. You can put as many of these units up here at the top as you would like, and they can be going in either direction. But I'm just going to do one for the tutorial, and now I'm going to go off camera and build the rest of the sorting units on this side of the build. It's going to be exactly the same as on the other side, just on this side. So I've gone ahead and finished those up. So now we need to put the main line of hoppers on the top and also connect it to the line of hoppers running across the top of, running along the roof. So if we have some blocks coming up this way, and now we can start placing hoppers going in this direction. Once you have those, bring the line of hoppers up, and then bring it across to connect with the main line over here. So there you go. That's how the main section connects at the top. So the items go down here, across, and now we need to connect them to the miscellaneous section over here. So if we put hoppers going into every one of these chests, it'll work the same as with the mass sorting system, where they will flow down to the bottom. But we need to move the items up too, so we need a small item elevator, and we're going to build that over here. So we're going to have to move it away, or otherwise the redstone will interfere with this last sorting space here. So instead of putting the droppers right here, we're going to pillar out to the right and move away a little bit. So if we get our blocks, move this way, and then build our 3x3 platform where the hoppers will go. So place our two droppers, and then a hopper into the bottom of this one, a hopper into that, and a hopper into this last hopper. So there you go. Now we start doing the redstone just like all the other elevators that were in this build. Now hop up top, take your comparator running out of the dropper into a repeater, into a block, into redstone, into a comparator, into redstone. Now the torch, the redstone, the block, the torch, and the last block. So there you go. Now take your your hoppers again, along the top, like this, and then to where the dropper is. And one up top, and the dropper will put it in there, and then they will flow through and be put into the miscellaneous sorting at the end. So there you go. That's everything. All that's really left to do now is to put your item frames on above each of the chests so that you know what item is going into it. So if you get those here, you just put them at the top here, like that, and then at the bottom, like this. And then if you get the item that's in that chest, like dirt and cobblestone, and you click on the sign with it, you will see that item in the sign. So now you can run by and just look and see what items are sorted. So there you go. That was kind of a long tutorial, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give a like, subscribe. If we can get 50 subscribers on my channel, I might start some new series, like maybe a Let's Play or a hardcore survival. But I don't know. Leave something down in the comments. Let me know what you thought. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.